Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly shop steward today, because today we're kicking off our first game of 2025, returning to our ongoing campaign playing Pathfinder 2nd edition. That is the Spires of Paridar, campaign set in our own custom setting. The Spires of Paridar are a setting of occult conspiracy, class disparity, and industrial progress. A Coalpunk setting, I should say, of that. And with me today are the Illuminators themselves, the stars of this campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up, we've got Sean.
Hey, I'm playing Golag, son of Doc. He is an orc witch detective, and he has found a new wand.
Nice.
And a ring.
And a ring, yeah. Next up is James.
I'm James. I'm playing Sally Jumeir, the ancient scale Azar Keti detective, and she's found herself a piece of string, and she's very excited about it.
Very nice. Next up is Ingolf.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Basil Rathbone, who is an Isoki investigator, and he has also some kind of rope and some rope trick he wants to use. So let's see how this works out.
And last, but certainly not least, is Darren.
Hello, yeah, Darren here. I'm playing Dr. Adam Ersprung, who is a created flesh warp inventor, and he's excited to get Mark V of Igor reconstructed very soon.
Nice. So at the time of recording, it has been about a month since we were last in Paridar. And we've had a holiday campaign. We've had all at holidays as well. So it is maybe worth refreshing our memories. I had to go back and rewatch the last part of the session to bring myself up to speed again as to what I needed to do to get ready for today. But what do you guys recall? This is part 14. I've got it listed as part 1 in the video, so that is not correct. It is, I believe, 14. So I need to correct that. I'm going to write that down. Correct title, so I don't forget. What has happened thus far, guys? I mean, in the campaign, in the adventure, this is 14 parts of this. That's about 40 hours of investigation. What happened last time that you remember? And I have some visual
Yeah,
aids.
that's a bit quicker. Last time we visited the university to see our usual professor friend, Mr. Galbraith. Because we're at the point where we're obviously trying to stop this machine that is connected to, and let's get his name right,
Dr. Ransom Babwell.
Ransom Babwell, yeah. So, yeah, the machine is running. Is it a ritual we're calling it? Or... I think it's a ritual, yeah.
It is conducting a ritual, so
the machine is powering a ritual to create a tulpa, who is a gentleman by the name of Zane Saxon. So we spoke to the professor last time, as we found out that his family, and I don't think we'd mentioned it to the professor before, were the only ones that could see through this illusion that Zane Saxon has sort of been here since the beginning of time, and it's sort of rewritten history. Whereas his close family, his sister and his 2 children, don't remember Zane Saxon, and they sort of see him as a sort of a newcomer, where everyone else thinks he's been there forever. So the professor was convinced that if he could get the family and Mr. Babwell to the university, he could somehow connect them into the ritual, so that they could basically overload it and shut it down early, or share the weight of the drain on Babwell, and stop the ritual early. But to do that, we decided that we would have to go to the machine and try and stop Miss Fallows, because it was basically the doctor was going to try and rebuild Igor, and looked like we were going to go and try and destroy the machine, and by doing that, hopefully draw out Fallow and her sort of evil minions or whatever she's got up her sleeves. So we were basically readying ourselves for the confrontation with Gwendolyn Fallow, whilst the others were going to sort of regroup at the university and hopefully put the professor's plan into action. So we got a hold of Fallows long enough.
It was one of your employees who was going to help as well, right?
Yeah, so I think we was on the way to the clinic when we finished last session. But I was going to ask Cyrus to transport or arrange the transportation of Babwell to the university. And then the rest of his family are currently with the I always forget the name of these guys. Who are they? They're being protected.
Oh, the Order of St. Sylvester?
That's it, the Order of St. Sylvester, yeah. So his wife and the children are with them. So yeah, hopefully they'll be able to, the Order of St. Sylvester will be able to take the rest of the family to the university. So we're arranging a time for them to meet up, and then we're going to try and put our plan into action.
Okay. So as we're picking up, anything else to add?
I have a fan. That's very important.
Oh yeah, Basil's got a fan called.
You do have a fan,
Chloe, I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
Yeah. That's. I think that's the whole point of the session, to be honest. No.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then, unless there's anything else, then I think we pick up with you guys traveling along, and let's start not only today's session but 2025 out on the right basis. Let's everyone give us a perception check.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have one question, which is leading somewhere. Is this warehouse close to any river or a larger body of water where one could drown?
Where one could drown? Not. I mean, there are two rivers that pass through Paridar, but this one is not necessarily adjoining it. Why do you ask?
Okay, so yeah, because I somehow fear that Basil is going to be the bait again. So I just want to know what will happen next.
Well, fortunately, I mean, the good folks at Paizo have heard your pleas, and they have changed the way that grab works, the automatic grab. So you no longer get automatically grabbed when something is when something like a kelpie snags you and drags you under. So. Which is to say, it's a bullshit change. I mean, it was a lot of fun drowning characters over and over again.
This was over your protests, Kevin?
It really was. I mean, they clearly, we have sway with our niche campaign, and they consulted. No, the change makes perfect sense. You're getting, like, for a lot of those things, it was one action to get 2 actions worth of effects out of it. So I understand the change. Doesn't mean I'm not going to stop using those things. All right, so Dr. Ersprung did and Sally as well, and Basil. Gosh, so Basil got a success. Dr. Ersprung got a critical success. So as you're hurtling through the streets of Paridar with Golag at the wheel, driving goggles on the Isadora Duncan, scarf flapping behind him, what is going through Dr. Ersprung's mind?
So he's trying to make sure that, because he knows we're being followed, we're being watched. He's trying to make sure he's going to play a convincing part in, like, drawing fellows. So he's thinking about, I'm going to have to pick up some tools when we go to the clinic so I can explain to Cyrus, but then look like I'm getting ready to build Igor. And he's just trying to think out all the steps. He's trying to think out how he's going to make Igor look particularly sort of set up to explode. So he's thinking about how to make some sort of fake dynamite looking sort of construction or something. So he's just going through all the different parts, but he's just keeping he's very attentive outside of the vehicle, looking for, make sure we are being followed, so he knows that the plan's going to work. Okay. So he's looking out for someone following us at the same time.
So I think perhaps that that attentiveness is what yields some benefit here, and what you can see is there is some. It's almost like a crow made of ash because of the sort of contrail behind it that is clearly following you. Obviously supernatural, obviously something that is following you along. You are most definitely being observed by something.
Okay.
Unless there's anything else. Oh, go ahead.
I'll let the others know, but I think we was already, convinced. I just tell them what form of, creatures following us or whatever. So.
Okay. You guys reached the Barrowhead Clinic without any complications. What do you say there or do there? You may recall you've got Dr. Babwell concealed here, and they did not know. As far as you know, they don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Actually, so you're fairly confident of that because she was probing you about that, right?
She was trying to fish for the information when I had that quick conversation with her.
Yeah.
So I'll just say to the others, I'll only be a few minutes. You can wait in here if you want, and I'll just, I'll say that as I open the door, sort of, so if someone's listening, they'll be able to hear me, sort of thing. But I won't be shouting or anything silly.
Give us a deception check, please.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
There you go. That is pretty good. As a reminder, I think 23 is your target number for
got written down for
average level 7 things.
Yeah, he's been practicing.
Lying?
Yeah, been practicing lying. It's not his speciality, but he's working on it.
Good.
So he'll just rush into the clinic.
Okay. So you do, and like there are patients that are in there. Betty's in there. Now I'm trying to remember. I think you've got police watching here, the constabulary as well, right?
Yeah, I think they're outside though. I assume.
Yeah.
Rather than actually in the clinic, but yeah, there was still at least a patrol going round or something, keeping an eye on the place. Yeah. So I'll be looking for Cyrus.
Okay. You find him. I'm trying to remember, what did you last leave him doing?
Well, he was sort of meant to be looking after Babwell. So he was
meant to be defenses, wasn't he?
Yeah, sort of almost guarding him, but yeah.
You can see there's a it's not a truncheon, but it's like a sap that he's carrying around, right? Like a little small club with a weighted kind of like leather wound thing on the end, and you have a feeling the way he's carrying it as he walks up, and it just looks like he's very comfortable making use of that.
Yeah.
And he says, "All right, Doctor. Well.
Cyrus. Yes, it is well. I am well. But I need to have a very quick word with you." And he'll be sort of dragging him into one of the side rooms.
Okay. All's well, sir. Nothing's come through, if I can tell.
No, but I've got a very important mission for you. It's like critical for the future of the city, potentially.
I am all ears.
It's to do with our guest, as you can imagine, the Mr. Babwell. I need you to keep it quiet, but I need you to arrange the transportation of Mr. Babwell in a carriage of some sort to the university, and to be taken to Professor Rowley Galbury.
He's hooked up to all them drugs right now.
Yes, so you will need to coordinate with Dr. Risewell to arrange his transportation, but I don't want you to organise it until as later time as possible, because we don't want anyone else to get word of this. This is highly confidential and very important, as I said.
So probably, I assume that everyone, like synchronizing watches and shit, this is kind of where the circumstances would, the kind of circumstances where you would do that kind of thing, because you don't have a way of quickly, instantly communicating with each other.
I think we'd arranged with the professor for like lunchtime, hadn't we, or noon, sort of. Noon.
Okay. Yeah. So we see you comparing your pocket watch to his, and he's like, "Noon, we'll be there."
So, only tell Dr. Risewell. And
what about Betty?
I don't want Betty involved, not because I don't trust her, but the less people are involved, the less chance of anyone coming to any harm or any problems that could be unforeseen.
You can rely on me, Doctor.
That's why I'm asking you.
He gets a look of very intense determination. I will see it done, Doctor.
And then hopefully, soon after, I will come and join you at the university.
We expecting any ne'er-do-wells to interfere with us?
I hope not, but nothing can be overlooked, or anything could happen, but I would hope not.
We'll plan for skulking, but if we need to be making our way past anyone, we'll be sure to be ready for that as well. You can rely on me, Doctor. And I'll speak to Dr. Risewell.
Okay. I just need to collect a few of my tools and things.
Is any heavy lifting? Let me do it for you, Doctor.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Thank you. I think I'll probably keep that sort of thing down in the basement area or whatever.
Okay.
I'll just rustle up a few things I can put in a bag, whether I need them or not, just to carry on with the pretense.
Am I right in thinking you're bringing more shit than you're actually going to require to give the appearance of like, okay.
Yeah. If I've got any sort of spare bit of arm or something, or anything that I've been working on in here that looks like bits of metal and stuff. And
with your crit on the perception, I think that you can see that Ashen Crow is still watching. But you sort of, do it without making it obvious that it's watching. So, anything the rest of you guys wish to do while Dr. Ursprung is reading things in the clinic?
I don't really know anything to do there, so I think the only thing that matters is that we don't give the impression that someone is inside the clinic that might be someone of value. So we should, I don't know.
So I think, if I may make a suggestion, I think perhaps Golag is inspecting the Saxon-shaped dent in the front of the carriage.
I was going to say the same thing. He probably got out a rag, and and he was polishing, and then
trying to buff it out.
Exactly. Try to make it look better, like the dent better.
And every time he steps back to look at it again, there's a moment where he spares a look up at Basil, and then back to buffing once again.
Yeah, but I think maybe Basil just puts up a show that he's impatient for Adam to return, because we have to move. We have to. It's important. We have to get there, and maybe just
misinterpreting your discomfort is about the dent. Obviously, you look very consternated, and I'm like, oh, yeah, and I'm like, giving it another rub with the.
Yeah, and that was actually Adam who made the dent.
It doesn't matter. It's
one employee is the same as all employees.
Yeah. So actually, I think it's maybe Adam is only consulting, so he's not an employee. So it's just I get the blame because
you didn't prevent it. Yeah.
Employee number 2 did what?
All right. So then, if that is the extent of what is happening outside, then everyone will be able to return. Adam returns from getting all his stuff. You provided your instructions. Where are you guys off to next? I guess we can go to... I think you're heading to the office. Are you next?
I think we just, going back to the office, because we was going to send a letter, weren't we, to St. Sylvester? Send a little errand boy type note to him. Was that the plan?
Yeah.
To send to Barnabas Steele or to Archibald Morgan? I think Archie's been missing for the last couple of months, so...
I think one of them's missing, wasn't he? So...
Yeah. I think we have to send it to Barnabas Steele, but maybe it would be better to do that from the clinic, because we don't know where. I mean, I think it's maybe harder to get this errand boy from the office.
The one thing that would be different, if you're talking about like the Butcher Street Irregulars, remember that the office is where you have been operating with them before, and Barrowhead Clinic is in a less affluent area.
Oh yeah, it's
right. It's in a high needs area, so like a lot of the.
Okay, so yeah, then let's go for that. Okay.
Okay. Then with that done, if you guys are arriving back at the office, unless there's anywhere else you wish to stop, what are you doing for the rest of the day in the office? You need not make a roll again. The Ashen Crow is still with you.
I should be building Igor. That'd be
the concern.
Me.
So one thing you guys did talk about last time too, but I don't remember what the conclusion was, is as much as Fallows is out there and observing you, Saxon is out there too, and seemingly in a kind of fractured state. He has at least once tried to hire people to come and do shit to you at your office by way of Golag's father. I don't remember whether you guys decided it was safe to still be back at the office or whether you guys had another location in mind to prep for this.
No, I think we were just pondering whether we wanted to have Saxon there as well with the machine, so we could deal with anyone.
Yeah.
But that was because the enemy of our enemy might be our whatever. So
ally.
Yeah, no, not really. I think this person for Beetle's taste can never be our ally in no shape or form.
The enemy of my enemy is still my enemy.
Yes,
Good.
yes. Yeah.
Temporary on
yeah. No, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess it's different when the enemy of your enemy is also your enemy.
Enemy, yes.
So, like,
yeah, he's everyone's enemy in a way.
Yeah.
That's.
It's an awkward elevator ride. So, anything? So, sorry. Are you fine coming back to the office then?
I think Basil looks out for other threats than the crow, which he hasn't seen, so he doesn't look for it.
I think like you would have seen it. The reason that I'm focusing it on Dr. Earthsprung is because he saw it, and with his crit, he's not going to make it obvious to be like, looking up to where the thing is.
Yeah.
So perhaps I'm assuming that you guys have all sort of done the same and relied, on discretion as opposed to seeing it. If any of you do wish to see it, you can. It'll just require a deception roll to see whether you are able to sort of sneak that look without, without making it obvious.
Yeah, but I would really use my spyglass. I have spyglasses to just have some kind of vague idea what's going on surrounding the office, because I expect that there might be some ruffians coming in the middle of the night. It wouldn't be the first time that someone tried to lay fire to the office.
Yeah. So then, if you guys arrive back at the office, you have the late edition paper, and what you found is the headline of the Paridar Times is that there have been 2 instances of spontaneous rioting elsewhere in the city.
Okay.
No purpose. Is there a theme or anything?
Not an industrial action, not a political action, just seemingly, I assume Paridar has a, an equivalent of football as well too, but I don't think football hooliganism was a problem in Victorian era, but there's no like sport. The reading of the articles suggests that it is both of them seem to be unexplained. Like one is in a more affluent area, one is in a more working class area, neither of which seem to have any clear purpose or message or intent behind them. at least as far as the article says.
Mm-hmm. But it's not one of our things that caused it. I mean, like when we were visiting I don't know, the flat or the house of Saxon, then this started kind of a riot. Maybe because there was some damage outside, and we were fighting in the outside even.
I think those of you who were affected, Dr. Ursprung and Golag, I think were the two who were affected by Saxon's waves of leaking rage. Professor Galberry did mention last time that there was the potential for that leaking further. So these things could be a sign of him destabilizing, and whatever, rage that you guys were feeling is bleeding out into larger communities.
Because I think it stunned us, but it could have this time caused rage or anger in people, and maybe that's what's spreading rather than what happened to us previously. And it was on different parts of the town, you said?
Two different parts of the city, but as you can imagine, given it's a major city, some of those neighborhoods are fairly close to one another, so they don't, But
they didn't happen at the same time?
Not at the same time, two different times. One earlier in the day, which was close to where you could, if you look at Basil's, conspiracy map of the city of Paridar, you could draw a line from where you guys were to where the first instance was to where the next one was. And it seems to be going in the direction of sister's place. Your client, Ms. Turner. Isabel Turner.
Did we have someone fetch the sister already?
I believe you did already, yeah. You sent one of the students to go and do that.
Yes. Also,
yeah.
That's then let's hope that this worked out. Otherwise, the whole plan will fail.
But I assume the newspaper didn't mention Saxon in any way. He wasn't part of the riots. He wasn't leading it or egging them on or anything. No.
It's a perplexing thing. They're trying to figure out if there was a intent. There is also a implication of foreign plots in there, but that, I think, Basil, what you'll note is that in the Paridar times there has been of late a bit of a bent towards that. When you're coming out of a war, or living in the aftermath of a war, there's going to be an element of nationalism and of the peril from the other that carries over. But this seems to be even more so. There's the open question left by the article is a question of whether this is a plot by a foreign enemy to destabilize Paridar, given the unnatural nature of it. They would know that there's potential, a spell or something like that would be a conceivable cause for this, because it's a magical place. But in any event, it is just two of the headlines that sort of stood out given the discussion with Dr. Galberry. Dr. Ursprung is finishing up with Igor this evening. What is everyone else doing with their night? Or at least, what is your plan for the night? Getting acquainted with your magic items, I imagine.
Yeah, some of that.
Rope tricks.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever had a wand. I think he's looking things up. He's kind of nerding out. I think it would be the he's going through books about wands and rings, and he's looking very carefully, with his monocle at the inside of the ring. Kind of.
What's it say? Anal Nafrak. Oh no, sorry. Yeah.
Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
What about Sally or Basil? Anything?
Yeah, I wanted to keep a watch on the surroundings. Just I don't know. Maybe Saxon is not capable of this kind of rational kind of attack, but maybe he is. So let's just be very watchful for the outside and what's going on.
Okay. And Ms. Dumer, just rope tricks?
Yeah, I guess I could use my my new rope to get on top of a building opposite the office and park myself up there for a while in the dark.
Yeah, there is a perfect perch where the IOU folks were positioned for a number of weeks. So, Sally, why don't you give us a stealth check then, please? Nice. Okay. And Golag is nerding out. I think that's everybody then. So, Basil, would you give us a perception check, please?
Mm-hmm. So let's see. That's 29.
Okay. What you spy is and forgive me, the messenger was sent this afternoon as well to the Order of St. Sylvester, and that was to have the family transported to the wife and kids transported to the university tomorrow.
Yeah, for the same time to see the Professor Galbury,
and
obviously emphasising the urgency.
Previously to the runner that you sent to speak to the sister to get her to move as well, was that to the Order of St. Sylvester or was that to the university? I'm trying to remember if it was before you guys had the meeting with Professor Galbury or not.
I think yes. I think we got the sister to the Order of Saint Sylvester and not to the university.
Yeah, I think we was keeping them all together.
I think because she was originally on. You had originally sent the Oh no, that's right, because the wife and kids were originally sent. The wife was originally sent to the sister. When you recovered the kids, that's when you collected them and sent them to Order of Saint Sylvester. All right, okay, I'm back up to speed. All right, so then the runner comes back, and I think we'll have Basil give us a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy, okay.
Yeah, because I think... Wait. I feel like we did this last time. Because I feel like Golag made a real heartfelt plea to them to try and get... Did this happen last time where Golag made the plea to the Order of St. Sylvester to get them, to allow to release them? Yes. Okay.
You did something.
I think we definitely discussed it. Whether we actually did it, I can't remember. But we definitely said that if Oleg did it, it would give him, a bit of a extra boost to try and divert the heat that he was getting from the Order.
Let's see here. Yeah, stealth was our last one. Okay, so then, Basil, what I was getting you to check for to see if there's any issues with the Order of St. Sylvester. You guys have written a very compelling message, and your runner has come back saying that the Order, Barnabas or Sir Barnabas Steele, has agreed to it. However, he is escorting them himself, so he is going to the university. You will have Sir Barnabas Steele stationed there as well. And he, like Sir Archibald Morgan, is one of those like augmented or altered hunters. Yeah. So he will be guarding them. In spite of the looming threat from two of these, two of your enemies, the night passes uneventfully. Dawn comes. Though it is the gray, overcast, and soot-filled sky dawn of Paridar. You can see the spires in the distance from your perch, Sally. What do you guys intend on doing today? It is a mere 6 hours or so until you're putting your plan into action.
Well, just finishing off the final touches. How long is it going to take us to get there, do we think, to get to the warehouse?
I think we were saying the warehouse is about half hour away. Half hour, 45 minutes, depending on traffic.
Yeah, so we're going to head there late morning, so we're there in time for noon as well, I guess.
Okay. Your observer is still with you? as you are prepping everything?
I think we should have this kind of boxes where someone has written crudely with a crayon explosives or so, and we pack them out of the car and bring them into the warehouse.
I mean, I was gonna. Well, the idea was I was going to put some notable sort of looking sort of dynamite, TNT, some sort of explosives on Igor and have it strapped around him. They're going to be fake, but he'd be working on them looking convincing. So that when we take him out of the office and load him into the wagon, I'll be making a scene of that.
Okay.
We hadn't seen this. You call it a crow of ashes, Kevin? Did you say?
I did. Yeah.
We hadn't seen this
Ashen Crow. I think I said, but
Ashen Crow.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen this Ashen Crow until recently, right? This is a fresh.
This is the first time you've noticed something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There have been several.
We had the hounds, didn't we, before that?
Yep. That is correct. The Umbral Hounds, I believe.
On the way to the university, we had some hounds following us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got quite a menagerie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed. We're quite important.
Very shabby in nature.
There they are. Look at them. What a good boy, huh? Look at that smile. Come on. He deserves a treat, by which I mean a Yasaki. I'm sure it'll be fine. What? So then if there's nothing else you guys wish to do, then we are off to the... There's nothing else you can see. Why don't we have one more? First off, everyone gets a hero point as well. I'm behind on that. And then everyone can give us a perception check, please. Once again.
Feeding player characters to monsters should not be considered giving them a treat.
Okay.
It is something completely different.
Okay.
Oh, I will re-roll that one.
Okay.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
Okay. Then, Basil, you see with your spyglass, I'm assuming, very briefly in that that alleyway across where the shadows are deepest at this time of day, you can see the very briefest outline of one of those hounds that you saw accompany Dr. Ursprung into the alleyway when he had last met with Gwendolyn Fallow.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys pile into the wagon and you make your way towards the warehouse, you all can... I think you all are... Basil, you can definitely feel that those hounds are keeping pace with you. Dr. Ursprung, you can feel the Ashen Crow flying overhead. And, I mean, Goldlag, I guess you're, I'm assuming, focusing on just getting yourself there as fast as you can.
Yep.
Let me double check to make sure I've got something on this set up properly. That is on. That is on. Okay. All right, then. Guys, let me bring you over to what we're going to use for the warehouse. Tell us what it looks like as you guys arrive at the warehouse and what sort of preparations you do once you get inside.
So obviously in this case, we've been parking at some distance some of the times, but that makes no sense here, right? So
yeah.
We are pulling just right up. And
okay.
In fact, have we been going to the rear, or have we been coming in the front? Remind me, weren't we in the?
I basically doctored the security system on the back door, so that we can sort of come and go as we please, and still set the security back on to make it look like we haven't been there. So,
what do we want to do this time? Because this is more ostentatious, is it not?
I think we maybe just sort of rush in, as almost as if
in the
we're
front,
on
right?
I mean, set the alarm off and just sort of go for it. we're trying to draw
hanging
it,
around.
didn't we? Yeah.
Pots, pans.
Yeah. Just to make a decoy, I would just set up little posts saying construction area a little bit off from the warehouse to have, I don't know, we would try to protect anyone from a bigger explosion, I suppose.
Oh, to keep them away from the carriage. Like so dense, other scrappers.
Yep.
The carts.
Basil's always thinking of those, the insurance claim that's going to come on it. It's going to drive your premiums up. So
no, I mean there could be someone like an innocent bystander hurt by a major explosion. So we would just
Okay. So you're. I'm assuming you've got some kind of way of you probably thought ahead for that and have set up some kind of disguise for to look like a utilities or city of Paridar worker.
Something like that. Yeah, I think I actually have a feat which allows me to have something prepared like this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me see here how much I want. Get the GM's Slayer set. So I had options between a not era appropriate warehouse or one that was too small. I decided to err on the side of appropriate size for this. So let me show you guys. Boom.
So this is going to involve a lot of talking then.
Most definitely. So this is the warehouse. The entrance. What is not depicted on here is the rows of stacks of the cognition engines, or whatever we call them. The entrance from the back is over here. So I suppose you guys would be coming in from... Oh, you said you went in the front this time, right? So there's the front door. And as you walk in, you can see standing within the most obtrusive and clear area is Gwendolyn Fallow. The look on her face is one of not disappointment per se, but one of cool and dismissive irritation. She slowly moves her head and says, "Doctor, I thought we had an understanding."
You believe that you had told us what to do, but we think differently. We have decided that this machine can no longer operate, and we're here to stop you.
You are here to try. And you can see in the corners 6 figures move out. And yeah, we'll use these as it. Okay, let me place these. Oop, once they actually come out. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right. Come on, you little horse. Let's go. Okay, let me find this. We're like 2 weeks off from the updated combat cards arriving.
I think we need a longer villain monologue. I think that's a problem here.
Okay, here we go.
But, I mean, maybe I can just ask her before, like, but anyway, why? What are you hoping to achieve here?
Sadly, the time for talk is over because she vanishes.
It's not. I mean, a classical villain would explain this evil scheme at least.
And I want to think Basil's saying this. You know, a real villain, Basil yells out at her, would go into great detail about her plot.
Yeah, you're never going to be in a James Bond film.
That's right. Just eliminated yourself.
Okay, so there it seems are 6 robed figures who are within here, and guys, we all know what's coming next. And that, of course, is our mid-session break. Here we go. I've got this for you here. It was the one I could find. It seems she has a new band of cultists. So the Elder Order survives, it appears. For those listening at home, we'll be back in 5 minutes, and then we'll roll initiative. So.
Oh. What's up, my boy? What's up?
I guess the question is, do we try and go after Fallows since she's already disappeared?
Or we want something terrible to happen to her.
Yeah, but I don't know. Ask Golak. I think at least my character is unable to find her if she has used some kind of magic.
Well, I've got that. I can see invisibility once.
Yeah, but if she can teleport or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know what she's done. Yeah. So I don't know if she's teleported or just gone invisible or into the shadow somehow. Yeah, maybe that's something for Golag. We're just saying, Sean, we didn't know if you'd be able to work out what she's done, how she's disappeared, whether she's teleported or gone invisible.
All right. Have you guys surrendered yet? Or
No.
Well, then let's roll some initiative. Let me clear the initiative tracker here.
I mean, would be interesting to find out what would happen if we surrender at this point. I don't think it would change anything. They would attack us nonetheless. So.
Oh, no, you surrender. That's fine. They'll take you into custody. There's a wide variety of ritual options we've got for things. There's an excellent retirement plan, by which I mean being tortured horribly. The Netherworld does have some nice spots, though. Maybe not nice spots. Spots not as bad. So, you know.
But somehow, I don't know. All of this seems a little bit odd.
Okay. Let's see.
Adam springs into action.
Yeah, holy smokes.
Oh yeah. So I'm sorry. You still have to activate your token before. That's on me.
Okay. Do you with the sheet? That's weird because they've fixed it on most others. Even some weird ones that we don't expect, like non-sponsored ones.
Yeah, but it's only a 25. So.
Okay, here we go. All right, Dr. Golag, you are up first. Dr. Golag? Oh my God, I didn't know you went to med school during the break. Holy smokes. Golag, you're up first. What are you doing?
I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay. It's a one or two action?
It is, let's see here. It is 2 action.
It's 5, okay. And then you got 1 more action left. What are you doing?
And then, and you said, so she has vanished. Vanished. Can I don't imagine that Golag can gain any insight into the way she vanished. Like, did she say something like an
you can use a seek action. You could use occultism for it.
Is 1 action enough for that? Am I okay?
Yeah. A seek is the 1 action, try and gain information action in PF2. One of the best additions to the game, to be honest. Settles that question of like, well, can I make a perception check or That is how players' questions sound in my mind all the time, by the way. Apparently. Are you okay with that?
I'm re-rolling.
Okay.
Re-rolling. There we go.
All right. It appears as if it was a spell. So, Doctor, you're up next. What are you doing?
Well, these guys don't look like they've got friendly intentions, so we're going to send Igor. How far is that? Are they 5?
1, 2,
5
3,
feet
4,
squares,
5.
are they?
Yeah, 5 foot squares. I don't know if I got the. Grab my measuring tool. No, it's in yards. Hold up, let me fix that. Who set this thing? Jesus. You know what? It's because we were playing Mithras recently. So it had a grid set up for that. Okay, it should be 5 feet now.
Okay. Yards. Okay, so Igor. Is diagonals all right in this?
Yep, 1 is 1.
Yeah. So Igor's going to run over to that.
Okay.
I'm going to give him 3 actions. I'm going to give him 3 or 2 of mine. So he's going to have a couple of swings at this guy.
Go right ahead.
We've changed the character sheet. Oh. Okay. There we go.
Oh, nice. Ooh. Opening critical hit. All right, so that is 26. With a single... Yeah, he is just...
new and improved. Igor is
down on the ground. Igor has 1 more action.
So I should just run him over to this one.
Okay. All right. Then Sally.
Sally will go into tiger stance.
Basil, you should be before these guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. It's 1 action.
And do a flurry of blows.
Okay. It's a second action.
Oh, sorry, that'd be the third. She went to tiger stance first.
Oh, got it. Okay.
To do her thang. So let's go with attack number 1.
Here we go. That is a critical hit. So go ahead and roll critical damage.
Well, that sucked.
Yeah. 1, 1, 2, 2. Oh, yeah, plus your modifier.
Well, there's 2025 for you.
Well, we already had 1 session canceled on account of that. Well, I mean, we opened with a critical hit, though. Let's remember that was the first attack roll of 2025 for your group.
Okay. Second attack, then.
Here we go. These are corporeal, too. Now that you're actually in and touching these seem to be just, it's a variety of different humans and tieflings and elves and whatnot. Hit number 2 is a hit, not a crit, but that is enough to take this one down. Cultist number 2 is down.